Futures filled me with dread for so long.
Stack in the black, don't be a unleashed debtor. Be the best that you would be if you were any better. Cause gee whiz, that's your USD.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Futures filled me with dread for so I've always wanted to bring change to our
Stack in the black, don't be a unleashed debtor. Be the best that you would be if you were any better. Cause gee whiz, that's your USD.
Oh, that ridiculous country is sponsored by the Department of Invasive Marketing. Just try to get it out of your head. Thank you so much for tuning in to the one wireless station in Arcadia that doesn't tell you what to think, only what to buy.
Round the year of 55, on Old Towshetty Prime, a mile beneath the methane ice, way down in the mine, some sugar little smoke, but off the hatch was closed. The blast knocked off the miner's block, but exposed the mother lode. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Progress costs an arm, a leg, or sometimes even more. But that's what your auto doc discounts for.
stacking the black. Don't be a unleashed debtor. Be the best that you would be if you were any better. Cause gee whiz, that's your gee whiz Steve.
Honest to goodness broadcasting for straight shooters across Arcadia. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Stop all your moving and shaking, go-getters. I have news you need to know right now. The Space Rift has
I've
undergone
always wanted to bring change to Arcadia.
in size and vigorousness. And not in the new and improved bigger is better kind of way. VP of Product Development can attest to that. Auntie's right-hand VP was nearly killed by the Rift while on a business trip, acting as our duly delegated representative for some high-risk negotiations. Luckily, she escaped in a last-minute dramatic fashion worthy of a wireless serial, such as our own corporate fixers for hire, check listings for airtimes. Now back to the news. We're hearing scuttlebutt that the smaller rifts across Arcadia are getting an angry look about them. Probably nothing to worry about. Panic is not a profitable response. Auntie is certain someone will solve this little rift dilemma, turning a potential liability into an asset. Think of the potential, then submit your ideas to your department head. Now, on to other things. I don't know about you.
Futures filled me with...
Stacking the black, don't be a unleashed debtor. Be the best that you would be if you were any better. Cause gee whiz, that's your gee whiz Steve.
If it ain't my favorite commander, just stopping by to chat or...
Quality Auntie's goods or services. Our Iffy Jiffy mail order division informs it is
Sure.
now offering the Pen Pharmacon 5 walk-in industrial macrowave. Originally developed for secretive research laboratories for purposes we may only guess at, the Pen Pharmacon 5 is now available to you, the unremarkable everyday consumer. Step inside and let electromagnetic waves bathe over you, exciting your molecules and curing such
Running
ailments
with
as
you reminds me of...
sciatica, narcolepsy, rickets, night sweats, and collectivism. Not recommended for longer than 1 second at a time.
I've always wanted to bring change to...
Permanent damage to eyes, teeth, skin, or general lifespan. Ask your doctor if a walk-in industrial macrowave is right for you. Right. Moving on. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of raptidons or some such.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Amplified across the ring.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium. From the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is Wireless Free Arcadia, official frequency of Auntie's Choice. And this month's winner of Auntie's Jingle Contest TM is Factory Technician 3rd Class Janie Thirunadu Karasar, who submitted the following audio recording.
I love Auntie, yes I do. Her hair looks real, like a real hairdo. I love Auntie, so do you. Let's machine for now our people will extract it. What else can you tell us about the place?
So, tell me, as an she stated this was. Are you sure you? Fine. I'll initiate a call with.
Pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner. And my terms are quite straightforward.
Look, this must be Auntie. If I was Point one, I would sever my own hand. Not go. Kindly enlighten me. Where we would be diligent. As yet, although the order would fritter away. There is one. That is quite frank. Well, unfortunately, a generous offer. But I fear you lack a certain number. That math is. Arriving at any arrangement, even remotely, as well, and one. Well, Auntie, but it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your. More unfortunately, I am told a prudent. The Calcaduceus grants special access to Rift data, and may.
Compound interest in addition to my standard service fees. Oh, the uncomplicated loner. And my
I trust this present. As far as what happened, we've uncovered in. No, to that it make it mine. Well then.
Platinum Executive Skybox.
I am known through all Arcadia as the uncomplicated loner. And my dear, you know my terms. They are really quite straightforward. Oh, yes, everybody knows that I am indeed the uncomplicated loner. And to keep things simple, you can be sure that my rates will never, no, they'll never, ever be lowered.
If there's a cost you can't complete, or your rents just won't quite meet, I can lend you all the bits you'll ever need. But the loan that you request includes compound interest, in addition to my standard service fees. Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner. Uncomplicated loner. And my terms are quite straightforward. Though my deals aren't quid pro quo, and my interest rates aren't low, I'll be keeping track till you pay back every single bit you owe. 'Cause I am the uncomplicated loner.
You're listening to wireless-free Arcadia for music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives through unfettered free trade and unbridled self-betterment. Auntie's Choice values its employees. You represent a significant investment in human capital. Without you, we would have to hire someone else at current rates and greater expense. So let's spotlight our new employee of the fiscal quarter, Security Commander Babylon Carr, for going above and beyond the call of fiduciary duty on Paradise Island. Carr shrewdly opted for sabotage rather than a full-scale assault. Her thrifty investment in a single independent contractor spared troop lives and, more importantly, ammunition. If only D.B. Milvers Street, executive in charge of our Eden invasion, had tried such outside-the-killbox tactics. This is why Carr is our employee of the fiscal quarter, and he is not. As usual, our quarterly winner receives a Galaxy's Greatest Auntie executive mug personalized with their employee number. Non-transferable conditions and terms apply. Now, on to other things. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
Purple berry crunch is crispy and sweet, perfect for breakfast. She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's Choice.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia for Merry Melody.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's Choice.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia for merry melodies and prevailing conditions on the battlefield. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice, building a better Eden where the skilled and imaginative may rise. Why settle when you can thrive?
Limber up for a motivating lecture, employees. Just because your Auntie Cleo reached the top of the corporate ladder doesn't mean she can't resonate some bottom-rung relatability. Business is much like tossball, a game of inches and footballs played with an excess of necessary roughness. And like tossball, there's more than one way to make a killing. Why, I was just watching the latest bout between the Easy Heel Loafers and the Zero-G Shooters. Just quality cleaving from Huck Off to the...
Take your theory and remove it. You must prove it.
Your thorough appreciation of that song was considered a probabilistic certainty.
As I expected, spies from Auntie Cleo! Seize them! What?
Arcadia's voice of reason. Season, it's time for another administration of Relatable Enlightenment with Pastor Vicar Mag Sci-Fi. Today we focus on quantity over qualitative analysis. Brief layperson inquiries. Starting with, does the world know the outcome of this war?
Of course we do. But such knowledge cannot be shared with the or broadcast over the ether. Such knowledge is shifting might introduce ancillary validate our original solution. The mention of these topics risks catastrophic, predeterminative discontinuity. Let's move on.
A listener asks, can I learn how to make predictions about my own life?
A less calamitous query. In no uncertain terms, you must never calculate your own personal life equation. The equation necessarily requires bijective isometry. Such a class of parametric mappings must be made by an objective third-party order member to assure non-arbitrary orthogonality. Make an appointment at your nearest predictory as soon as possible. Any more questions?
Yes, Vicar. Because research shows the listener attention falters after a series of 3 items, here's our third and final question. My kid ran away. Where did she go?
She's dead. Okay, great query and answer session, everyone. As your plain-speaking, relatable vicar, I'm always happy to fill your day with 2.5% more practical knowledge.
Stay tuned for what follows. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
To an anomalous event. The interstitial hall and exhibition towers.
Subject is commenced, but I cannot do it alone. But it is not a time for that. It is a time to celebrate the bravery of our once and future sovereign. So dry those tears as I call upon you to stand tall with renewed zeal. Step into the prosperous future our matriarch
structurally compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus. We have invented a method using reverse osmosis to extract the flavor essence from crabble meat. This extract goes into our tea, while the flavorless sediment is used to increase the protein content of our other fine products, such as our Axiom denatured protein slabs. Let's see Auntie's choice top that one, only from the Order of the Ascendant. Whimsical computational jest 37A, be like the minus operator and make a difference today. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
Subtle thief. It's the... I'd be a blind. Well, there... No matter.
Quickly elucidate and demonstrate. And do not vacillate. You've checked your and verified your data. Sending you've crossed your T's. You've dotted your I's. The only
Distemperament can hide in plain sight.
quickly elucidate and demonstrate. Get to the point and do not vacillate.
Suspicious data. Visual scan.
Do you suppose there's been enough?
Get to the point and do not vacillate.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. And now, with another enlightening missive for the always inquisitive, it's time for Ask a Vicar with Vicar Magsaysay. A student wants to know, what exactly did the charismatic mathematician teach?
Ah, one can spend a lifetime poring over the mathematician's works and still never grasp every lick and tittle. I'll give you the 60-second version. This progenitor of the order was the first to teach the defined and objective methods that led from the actuational mental stage to one of transcendence for all. He taught how society seed human consciousness and understand infinity itself, grasping all of the cosmos as a single equation of thought. The universal equation. Time and space and thought will become one to the participants, who will act as a single godlike entity, the source of all causation and the benefactor of all understanding. In essence, nothing will be left to chance. The ascendants will see all that was, is, and meant to be. Humanity is well along this path to omniscience. We can thank the charismatic mathematician for giving us a metaphorical kick in the correct direction. If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things to come have a way of constantly happening. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
And now, a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
The color of space, a chromospectral analysis. When asked about the average color of space, the famous stellar cartographer Newton Odescard replied, with no hesitation, beige. To experienced lumen astronomers, his answer was the expected one. But I can already hear the obtuse listener bleating with their faces contorted into a rictus of ignorance. Wouldn't the average color be black or gray? No, it would not. The answer is rooted in the science of how hot objects absorb and emit light, which answers the ancillary mystery of why there are no green stars. To understand all of this, you must understand the basics of thermal divarication emission theory. The difficulties of non-heated matter absorb most electromagnetic radiation of all types, including light, infrared, and radio emissions. And the matter reflects only a small portion of that radiation. The visible part of that reflection is its color. However, most stellar objects generate far more radiation than they absorb. So they can be modeled as an ionized object, which is assumed to absorb 100% of all electromagnetic radiation and re-emit some based on its temperature and composition. Stellar composition determines what packets of light will be emitted, while stellar temperature determines the frequency of light, and hence what portion of the spectrum that light is in. Instrumentation, which I need not describe here. As the stellar body's temperature increases, its emitted light shifts up into visible light, through red into orange, then yellow, then white. Even rare blue stars exist. These are the hottest stars, emitting mostly blue and invisible ultraviolet light. So why are there no green stars, you wonder? I would think the listeners could easily draw this trivial conclusion for themselves, but if I must... It's because any star emitting green light also emits bluish and or reddish light too, resulting in a non-green star. There is no naturally occurring stellar composition that emits solely packets of green light. In fact, such a composition itself would constitute evidence for intelligent interference, and no such evidence of any kind has ever been detected. Let's get back to Newton Odescard, the famous stellar cartographer. The methodology of the Odescard's chromospectral survey was straightforward. He partitioned his astronomical field of view into grids, then tagged each object in every grid. He ignored empty regions, as black would only dim the color and not change its fundamental hue. The light from every galaxy, star, nebula, and quasar was gathered and fed into a central tabulator for computation. The subsequent spectral analysis produced the final answer to within 0.5% of the predicted value. And that result was beige. More specifically, in the cylindrical coordinate model of color space, the hue is 42 degrees, while the saturation is a mere 9%, and the value is a full 100%. In more novice terms, while the color tends towards white, the addition of a variety of reds and some blues results in a more beige tone. And there you have it. So go forth, neophytes, and as you study your lessons, stare at the nondescript walls of your library, classroom, or dormitory facility, and exult in the knowledge that beige is also the color of the universe.
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near present and future calculations. Truncated courtesies. I bear a dispatch of great noteworthiness. Our former Protectorate colleagues have undergone a radical leadership shift. I submit this recorded announcement, intercepted from a Protectorate wireless broadcast, as empirical evidence.
Subjects, listen well.
Rat mucus, have fun.
Days
Today
ago,
only.
our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly.
There you have it. An objectively momentous turn of Protectorate events, announced by the very individual we suspect orchestrated it. Just a theory, but the data supports it. Rigorous analysis of the console's voice inflection reveals telltale signs of deception. We estimate with a 38% certainty that the Protectorate has undergone a coup. Certainly not unexpected, given our knowledge of the Protectorate's societal structure and our own fraught relationship with Consul Emily Thoreau. Work groups of tenured seers in the Department of Predictive Analysis are calculating likely outcomes of these events. Expect addenda to this report as they develop.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Continuing as predetermined. Avid followers of our predictive plans. Which song follows?
What about you? What do you think? What with... Yeah,
Visit your local
as they
predictor.
say, time is capital, time is peace.
In ancient times we learned of the systems when triangles first met.
misquoted a junior VP of conveyor sprocket lubrication and maintenance, blaming a belt drive starboard wing factory mishap for a 2% drop in daily space rivet production.
Please don't distract me from my more
The
pressing
decline was
distractions.
only 1.8% and wholly due to human error. Moving on, a recent report on the new Sprats Up condiment supplement currently rolling out in test markets claims that it has a 110% real Sprat. Correction, Sprats Up actually contains real Sprat flavoring. Still not 110% correct. Okay, enough correction. So we made a few mistakes. No need to keep on mistakes.
Listen, terrible!
Now, on to other things. I consider this song a real stand-up. Assuming you have taste, you surely will as well.
Take a tough day, that's what. The next morning, not a trace of regret when you drink tequila. What you are, take a ride on that purple worm when you drink purple berry tequila.
Ah, we see you didn't even require us. Our arrival was scheduled after the
When you drink purple berry tequila.
Say, looking for big fruity flavor and plausible deniability for your own whereabouts? Then take a ride on the Purple Bread Worm with Purple Berry Tequila.
Chemically flavored, nutrient-free, with just a dash of intense strength.
When you drink purple berry tequila.
It's loaded with additives and preservatives, made with 100% real artificial purple coloring that has a little added kick to get you going in the morning.
Hurry now, don't wait your turn. Just take a ride on the Purple Worm.
When you drink purple berry tequila.
Yes, yes, it's the only tequila that'll pick you up and never let you down. Try Purple Berry Tequila today.
On this episode of Big Gain Hunter, we take you to the ice moon of Cloister. I'm Pierce.
Huntley, VP of Xenobiological Exploit.
Summation, it's Fibonacci from Liber Abaci.
Wait, that's not who I think it is it? Marisol? Is that you? Get in here before any more of these hullheads show up.
Quite so vital, arcing in a circle motion, giving squares perfect quotient, 0, 1, 1, and again, 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2, 34, we're counting through. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely.
You're here.
Get us to sequence summation.
baleful apparition.
Fibonacci from Liber Abba
Yes. Should be plenty of wonderfully dangerous items in here.
The Fibonacci sequence is a sequence in which each number is the sum of the two preceding ones. 1, 1, 2, 3,
A few.
5, 8,
No one's called. So nice to see.
Hello. Had your work continue?
If my research, I calculated.
Anna, you're asking me to.
I.
A sequence largely summoned to preceding numbers gives us math that brings us wonders. Define the recurrence relation. Get us to sequence summation. Define the recurrence relation. Get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abba C.
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless.
Welcome, intrepid consumer, to Angie's Choice territory. Trooper. Yes? And who'll pay them for the... Ever since the attack last... Hey, we must rouse him back to sanity. He's their sole... yes. Well, maybe. They're the kind of sales roles you take... Sad... Thank you.
From the Order of
Can't help
Receptant.
you. I'm sorry. Sprout of... Pleasure not doing business. Consume in peace. And we won't have a problem.
Has anyone seen Jack?
The
He was
universal
patrolling the
equation
case
should
with Fairmere
migrate more
salesman.
rapidly and solve its own problems.
Nah, but I wouldn't worry.
Of our
Jack may be a holehead, but he's got enough sense to make it back before dark.
Follows. Interested in our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
When we first met, your eyes pierced mine like an ionic bond. I felt it in my blood, your obsession with jewels and thermodynamics set my heart ablaze. It felt so hypothalamic in our dynamic process. The temperature.
What? Say, have you ever considered the benefits of becoming a semi-comp field? Say,
me.
If not, I might politely inquire what exactly you're doing here. Heard the Order left some fairly formidable security in one building. Mention that in case the... Well, at some point we'll work up the nerve to return. Then scouring all the other buildings clean. Uh-huh. Yeah, well, suppose we'll let you in. You might disable a death trap or two. We could ultimately, assuming you don't die, which in that case, we'll probably just retrieve it off your corpse. By the way, we got some test brats volunteering to jump into that whole place is one big death trap.
Look who. I've grown rather.
Leave it to the Order to. The research will be in. I am.
Fun.
I'll hang. Wriggling through vents is a young person's game after all. I'll wait here. You find a way to disable these fences.
Perfect calculation. Were we destined to a faulty form of passion? When we talked about the role of oxygen, you broke my heart when you countered that with phlogiston. this fatal attraction. This fatal attraction. This fatal attraction.
As was long since foreordained, that song was requested by the Department of Predictive Analysis and Ossification.
The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
The spread, illnesses, and eventual control of the purple berry parasite. OA Archive transcription number 3918-4 begins here. Hello. For the record, my name is Marie de Rothschild, Junior Archivist, Class 4 of the Archive. Today, I would like to talk about irresponsible spread of the purple berry parasite by Auntie's Choice and its numerous subsidiaries and former supernumerary, although that's a different lecture. The spread of this parasite included a corresponding rise in gastrointestinal illnesses and deaths until basic preventative measures were put in place after illness-related costs exceeded corporate profits. As is usual for antibiotics. The purple-berry parasite infects nearly 100% of all purple-berry bushes, both in the wild, on corporate farms, and even in our hydroponic collectives. Originally discovered on a single colony world, the purple-berry plant was subsequently spread throughout the colonies due to Auntie's Choice's poorly regulated interstellar shipping. Well, actually, it was due to Spacer's Choice, which somehow merged with another company to become Auntie's Choice. Honestly, these corporate interactions make little sense to me, as they mostly amount to relabeling assets and changing letterhead and mascot cartoons. So I will just refer to them as Auntie's Choice going forward, even though that may offend some of my more...
Fizzos, 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 Spectrum vodka.
Hello? Someone there? Hello? Help! Please! That might concerning, since it's all I have. And boy, am I out of the loop. We was a bunch of...
Hold on. You're not even remotely considering releasing him, are you? A trade secret vulture from Auntie's Choice? Free to roam in a building full of order secrets? Just consider for a moment. We're here to keep dangerous research from spreading. I certainly wouldn't want Auntie's Choice obtaining research related to cataclysmal ends. At the end of the day, it's just an Auntie's Choice auxiliary dabbler. Hardly a cute little woolly cow or something.
At the junction of opportunity and runaway gumption, you'll hear Wireless Free Arcadia, featuring product advertisements specifically tailored to free thinking.
Hey!
There's a low probability of that occurring. But it...
I mean...
Do whatever you think is best here.
I promise not to, blow up the universe. Or, whatever it is you two are worried about, I guess. Can you let me out now, please?
The chemical plant we liberated from the Protectorate in the earliest phases of equity building here in Arcadia.
Can you let me out now,
chemisticians
please?
in product development wasted no time repurposing the facility's production lines away from the Protectorate's fruit. Not much of a market for mood depressants after all. Solvents, food additives, adrenaline stimulants, scented exfoliants. Those are the surefire molecular chain moneymakers. The Praetor plant operates around the clock at peak efficiency, yet employee safety, as always, is given the utmost of brief consideration. 12 out of 10 top medical technicians recommend working in proximity to caustic chemicals. Slurry fumes really open up the sinuses, and who needs fingerprints anyway? It has been 6 days since the last fatal workplace incident,
and its parasite are benefited.
Of the plant foreman or any execs in charge of that management. As acknowledged on page 98, subsection K of the Iron...
I'll wait here.
Every new hire signs, if there's a... something wrong.
Security around here was tighter in my day.
Are worth its substantial rewards. Expanding our reach in the lucrative chemicals market. Because when Auntie's Choice diversifies, we conquer. Now, on to other things. Thank you so much for tuning in to the one wireless station in Arcadia that doesn't tell you what to think, only what to buy.
Did I read that correct?
Hate to be the bearer of bad news. No, we're not exactly. Believe I've pieced together what you all are up to here. Spied this. Don't like this.
The idea of any order research falling into Auntie's Choice hands is utterly abhorrent to me. I advise a rigorous refusal.
I could hear that, you know. Hoping she's not your main negotiator here. Nothing elaborate. Bits. A bunch of them. Enough to buy yourself something nice.
You're not seriously considering this, are you? These two-faced snake oil peddlers are incapable of making an honest deal.
Oh, nothing particularly heinous. We may conceivably utilize some information in the possible formation of potential new products. No harm to you or anyone.
Can't really predict how Auntie's Choice would market heretical miscellany, but I could easily foresee them rushing detrimental cognitive enhancers to market.
We're talking candy.
That's tobacco.
You love a candy.
That's tobacco.
If all that coughing bothers you.
Consider it a deal. No need to shake, as I've taken the liberty of making a quasi-legally binding surreptitious transcription. Or will claim to have later. If it's all the same to you, I'll just dawdle here while you complete the process. You know, in case you change your mind.
I'll prep the burners and make sure we have no more visitors. Burners are lit. Control board is activated. Commence the burn down process.
To get your candy.
That's tobacco.
Don't be a rude.
Smoke our tobacco.
It's what your friends all love to do. Behind your back, they make fun of you.
If it's all the same to you, I'll just dawdle here while you complete the process. You know, in case you change your mind.
So smoke
Well
that
then,
Seems sufficient. No half measures from the order.
All right, that's how you want to play it. I tried. Good luck getting out of here alive.
Grateful to see our intentions are aligned. We'll worry about Auntie's Choice later. That Auntie's field agent seems furious, which honestly, I find delightful.
My original notes and research are burnt to a crisp. It's over. Finally.
I'm sorry, but I saw on the terminal that an external party gained authorization to study it. There's at least one set of copies out there.
That's tobacco.
Give me some time. I'll find them.
What do you need from me?
To go on and live your life. Around other people, not holed up in a dilapidated shack. We'll settle the rest.
You can't possibly expect to leave me behind again without a fight.
Why don't we burn that bridge when we get to it? We still need to get out of here first.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's Choice.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium. From the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is Wireless Free Arcadia. Official frequency of Auntie's Choice.
Many of you are covered.
From the Order of the Ascendant. Never forget, we will unlock humanity's true potential. In due course, in due time, each fulfilling our prescribed role within the grand plan. Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper.
Suppose this is goodbye.
Fractions should never be.
Made it here before you, all right. Been interesting to see you. Before I forget, I meant to give you this. Little something I made.
So we're good? You and I. Everything settled?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but good as ever. Don't think I don't see what you're doing with all this, though. You've always been who you are, but you weren't you for decades. A new cause comes up and you take it on immediately. Because saving the universe is easier than confronting yourself. Whoever you are now, whoever you're going to be, just take care. Don't be a stranger.
Goodbye, Anais. Thank you kindly. I think I am. Appreciate your support. Been a spell since I could rely on anyone like that. Though, suspect that's my own damn fault. Ah, Anais snuck something by me again, didn't she? What was that last thing she said? Don't be a stranger. Right. All right. I suppose you remain on my good side. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Useful in problematic occasions. Take the formula
Someone else take the shot!
very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary, calculating the center of gravity of a shape possessing concavity. A shape with manifold convexity. You can manage any such complexity. Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear. The concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary. Complexity is partially imaginary.
That was dedicated
It
to
defies belief you negotiated. True. But that doesn't mean I have...
admiring cohort in the Department of Research and Inquiry.
Next up. Well, the seers among you already know.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
One thing that you have to know, irrationality is good for the workflow. How can that be? How can that be? Infinite, a measure of mystery, unveils the key to logic's asymmetry. How can that be? How can that be? Irrationality. One thing that you must profess. Irrationality is a part of our progress. How can that be? Using a number without end evokes a result, correct in the dividend.
Route all disruptive influences.
Accept it, and you can plainly see a positive externality. A positive externality. A positive externality.
Looking for mental refreshment. Professor Ostergaard making a mess of
You can blame these a positive externality. One thing, the irrational accepted. In the calculation, can result in explanation. How can that be? How can that be?
Invasive element!
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus. Pinnacle Crabble flavored tea.
You didn't ask for this, but you will.
From the Order of the Ascendant. A statement with dual meaning. People as the rest. And now a song is predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Caduceus, not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
How many numbers am I?
Caduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Greetings, sentient. Welcome. With the aid of my how How may I best and what is the aim of your query? To 25 points in order to improve calculatory processing. Why is that optional? Return later to discuss the remaining.
445923078 16406286208
Return when all required tasks.
6280348253442. Which you want to eat? Digits in pi. How many numbers am I? How many digits in pi? How many numbers am I? How many numbers am I?
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. Ready to have your mind enlightened and your day embrightened? It's time for another installment of Ask a Vicar with Vicar Magsaysay. Oh, here's a question from a new pupil, freshly converted from Auntie's Choice. Did presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar know the matriarch person?
Wonderful!
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
Ascendant anti-morbidic soda. None of the calories with none of the flavor.
From the Order of the Ascendant.
Hold fire!
Confer to colleague.
This one looks engaging and indecent!
Equation Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency is not. Now for a new song.
The spread, illnesses, and eventual control of the purple-berry
Usual, our quarterly winner receives a Galaxy's Greatest Auntie executive mug personalized with their employee number. Non-transferable conditions and terms apply. Something a little more sweet right about now.
The following is a special selection from Auntie the Musical, the all-singing dramatization of Auntie's inspirational origins.
The other day, I stumbled into the right-wrong lift on the ACS Undisputed Claim. And who did I see riding with me? The self-made market legend herself. Paragon of do-it-yourself. Slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy. Highest growth on our brave new metal. I saw my opportunity and I took it. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time. Have you any tips for a bottom runger who's lost on the climb? See, I tried my best to urge her because I rose before the merger with Spacer's Choice. So all full of confidence, I asked her, how do I find success in Auntie's Choice? And this is what she said to me.
will only leave you single. A missing child, and take it straight from me. This term self-betterment makes you 100% everything you ever hoped to be.
Calculations detected. You are free to enter your transfer. Advise that an anti-stress field effect was present.
Improve yourself, enhance your role. Get that raise, enhance your already total. Monopolize for price control, that's our highest goal.
We've got an improved outfit, a revolutionary corporate guidebook with a fresh new can't-lose surefire sales pitch. Now our underlings are grinning and upper rungers are winning. So shortly, you and I will all get rich.
She said, persuade them that a better me liberates society. Sell them on an improved me. It's time to society. Choose betterment or impairment. Improve yourself and have control. Get that raise and that's your goal that ignore all.
Monopolize for price control, that's our highest goal.
Pitch them moral grade. Make them buy a corporate way. Convince the mass, increase your sway. Make them do what you say. Time for one more lesson. So I shot her one last question. I said, but I worry about reprisal and doing my best. Suppose I can't outdo or outthink the vast herd. She said,
If all else fails, kill the bastards. They're playing checkers. You're playing chess. They think you'll retreat, but that's when you press. The game is cutthroat, so be a cutthroat.
said, do what you can, do what you must to get far ahead. Never get caught. Do what you must, do what you can. Ignore all the rules and never get caught. Never get caught. Never get caught. Never get caught. Oh, never get caught. Never get caught. Oh, never get caught. Never get caught. Our corporate seal has been revived. Soon enough, the lift arrived. Our time had come to an end. And she quickly penned an invoice for her time, and smiling, he said,
This is how you climb. There's no such thing as free advice.
Inspiring sponsored content that will boost you to the top rung, plus all the news that's fit for listening. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Special update on the archive situation. Although the freelance agent has taken the facility, it's far from operational. Pockets of Protectorate resistance yet hold critical areas. Cold storage remains in Protectorate clutches, and with it a trove of data that might prove profitable if acquired. Hey, you never know. Hopefully the freelancer's in this for the right reason, i.e. profit. If you're listening, agent, drop by the Undisputed Claim as soon as the archive's up and humming. We'll settle up. Now, on to other things. This one always makes me forget after sun in my eyes.
chemical purge is far better than natural cures. Only.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is Wireless Free Arcadia, official frequency of Auntie's Choice. This just in, a special follow-up to our profile of Consul Emery Thoreau, current Protectorate Tyrant-in-Chief. In a recent wireless broadcast, the Consul claimed we took his words out of context to make him appear like the villainous usurper that he actually is. We take Wireless Free Arcadia, which still use such underhanded tactics. This will also expect us to be authoritarian, who also do this live on air. I'm a braggadocious who craves absolute power. Goes out to all those aspiring to climb the rungs of their department. May you ascend swiftly to or God.
Wireless Free Arcadia presents our top requested marketing melody, Borst Rockets by the Herschel Sisters.
Borst Rockets. Borst Rockets. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your launch today. When you miss the call for shout, but you want to eat something now. Go launch with Borst Rockets. When your team is getting cream and your winger's out of steam, recharge your tossball crew with Borst Rockets. Borst Rockets. Borst Rockets. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your launch today. rockets. Force rockets. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today.
Run, don't walk to spend your hard-earned bits on these quality Auntie's goods or services.
Say, hold up there, friend. Watch out. That way's a minefield.
Ha! I laugh at danger. I'm a get-up-and-go-getter. Whoosh! That's the sound of me throwing caution to the wind. While the herd wait for permission, I see my opportunity and take it. I hand make my own luck. Don't follow the herd. Eat Purple Berry Crunch by Auntie's Choice. Every flavor morsel is packed with the need to succeed. Are you a get-up-and-go-getter? Reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
The following is a special selection from Auntie the Musical, the all-singing dramatization of Auntie.
Does it follow the causation?
Encounter opposition, remember.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension.
Data brick identified.
I bear new archive intelligence. Although an anomalous outlier has seized our facility, operator neglect has
What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there! What did you do? Please, come talk to me. I must know what you did.
A wealth of invaluable data bricks bound for eventual archive.
What did you do? What does it do? How does it work? Please, truly? It is my hope that you...
As a reminder of the impeccable engineering that went into the archive.
Until next time.
Continuing as avid followers of average song follows. Our weekly selection of mathematical clues. Contradictory.
Generating primes, techniques, and uses. Good day and welcome again to Advanced Abstract Algebraics, Section 4, Session 43. Please continue to enjoy the background music, which I have selected today based on its arithmetic-based harmonic progressions. My name is Edmund Vandersma.
Sovereign, forgive me.
Tenured laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numismatics for the Order of the Ascendant. Today's lecture will focus on the generation of prime numbers, techniques, and uses thereof. I know. Prime numbers? Why so simplistic? Well, consider this a basic refresher course in remedial numismatics for...
You climb. There's no such thing as free advice, dear.
Now what? Enemy up!
Breadworm, now with 110% more music, entertainment, news, and product placement. Special update on the archive situation. Although the freelance agent has taken the facility, it's fully operational. Pockets of protectorate resistance yet hold areas. Cold storage remains in protectorate clutches, and with it a trove of data that might prove profitable if acquired. Hey, you never know. Hopefully the freelancer's in this for the right reason, i.e. profit. If you're listening, Agent, drop by the Undisputed Claim as soon as the archive's up and humming. We'll settle up. Now, on to other things. This one goes out to all those aspiring to grow their own department. Ascend swiftly, talent or guile.
Crisp, 1000% germ free. Cause nothing survives when it's splash fried at 405 degrees.
now, a word from our sponsors.
Invasive element!
Not me. I stay hungry.
Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Whoever said humanity can't exist on bread and water never met you. Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack, featuring our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets. Specially designed to be eaten alone at your desk.
The bare minimum you need to make it through your day.
Show your supervisor you stay hungry.
Huh? Disruptive influences! Glory graders!
One wireless station in Arcadia doesn't tell you what to think, only what to try.
You think too much!
The storage brick is on its way.
We've got your candy.
That's tobacco.
Come taste this candy.
That's tobacco.
If you started young, you
The fun.
We're talking candy.
That's tobacco.
You love a candy.
That's tobacco.
If all that coughing bothers you, don't worry, you can chew it too.
She's just the best choice. It's Aunt. She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is Wireless Free Arcadia, official frequency of Auntie's Choice.
There are so many reasons to shop for Auntie's products. We have a wide range of goods for every budget, from the most extravagant to the most bit-minded of customers. We have food and drink for every taste and meal you can imagine, plus a few more that you can't imagine, but that we can sell you recipes for. We are also the only retailers for parasite-free purple berries.
The term parasite-free indicates the fact that any kind of parasite found in an Auntie's Choice product is provided free of charge and is not the property of Auntie's Choice or its subsidiary companies, and the eating of said parasite absolves Auntie's Choice of any legal responsibility in perpetuity throughout the galaxy. Okay, back to business. Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
What are they doing down there? Huh? Are they...
Are you stuck on the ground? Impact a colon got you down. Well, trust Auntie's chemical purge. It's far better than natural cures. Oh, lift off. High free. No longer does my packed intestine dictate where I have to be. Oh, lift off. Take wing. Don't flounder at the bottom. Be a raptor in the slipstream.
gluten, agitators, tossed up on sugar, no doubt. Pushing ahead.
Stuck in your gut, and he brings you the pill that fixes all your ills. Oh, lift off, fly free. No longer does my packed intestine dig me where I have to be. Oh, lift off, breaks free. Once again, be a go-getter. Climb the ladder with impressive speed.
The archive reactor requires manual maintenance. The protective bunker is a formidable obstacle, made with very less technology. A creative workaround might be of considerable work, namely via the reactor's backup security systems.
Are you stuck on the ground? Impacted colon got you down. Well, trust Auntie's chemical purge. Far better than natural cures. Oh, lift off.
Emergency first aid cache unsealed.
Free. No longer does my packed intestine dictate where I have to be. Oh, lift off. Take wing. Don't flounder at the bottom. Be a raptor in the slipstream.
That popular favorite was requested by Carlson Fidel, thinking of their family in Halcyon. Let's hope our war of liberation brings the glories of said colony the products they need to survive in time. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
I'm currently. It doesn't leave me feeling hollow. Don't want to get cooking. All I want to do is swallow. Hey, here's a fancy king. Wow, it's a real beauty.
It is a privilege to die
back
for
to our duty. Force first, oh, force first. It's not the worst. Forced worst, forced worst, oh, forced worst. Grab a can today. Tongues to sweet meat, tongues to hearts. They use all the tastiest parts. Ears to hocks and rings to tits. Efficient meals means we make forced worst, oh, forced worst. It's not the worst. It's forced worst, forced worst, oh, forced worst. Grab a can today. No coarse Chris are smoking our guns with their proprietary whisker extraction. Pulverized bones means no tooth cracking crunch. We gobble it down and get back to the action. Oh, howdy. Didn't see you there. You caught us taking 5 between our 10-hour shifts. You know, working the assembly line makes for a powerful hunger. So, when we need to relight our thrusters, we don't waste time slow roasting some fancy woolly cow fillet. No, sir. We crack open a room temp tin of Wurst. That's right. Nothing like an instant, soft serving of feral pork paste to boost productivity to full burn in those small hours. All right, enough yapping. Time is bits. Back to the factory floor. From snout to tail, it's all included. It ain't the worst till it's extruded. From factory baths into my tummy. New wheat paste could taste so yummy. Forced worst, oh, forced worst. It's not the worst unless it's forced worst, forced worst, oh, forced worst. Grab a can today.
reactor has been returned to operational status. All that remains is to re-enable punch processing and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
Don't be a shirker. Don't be a slob. Grab a can and get back on the job with more spurs. More spurs. It's not the worst unless it's more spurs.
Honest to goodness broadcasting for straight shooters across Arcadia. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Auntie's Choice values its employees. You represent a significant investment in human capital. Without you, we would have to hire someone else at current rates and greater expense. So let's spotlight our new employee of the fiscal quarter, Security Commander Babylon Carr, for going above and beyond the call of fiduciary duty on Paradise Island. Carr shrewdly opted for sabotage rather than a full-scale assault. Her thrifty investment in a single independent contractor spared troop lives and, more importantly, ammunition. If only D.B. Milver Street, executive in charge of our Eden invasion, had tried such outside-the-killbox tactics. This is why Carr is our employee of the fiscal quarter, and he is not. As usual, our quarterly winner receives a Galaxy's Greatest Auntie executive mug personalized with their employee number. Non-transferable conditions and terms apply. Now, on to other things. This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
Oh, I am the uncomplicated loan.
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not proceed back to the
archives. Are quite straightforward. Yes, I am the uncomplicated loner.
She's just the best choice. It's Aunt. She's just the best choice.
Under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul. The Consul provides the system of eyes.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influence. That went out to all our friends in the Office of Hindrance Deterrence and Obviation. Keep on. Those pivotal impediments won't preclude themselves.
Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper, something your fractions should never be.
It's not enough to say you think so without defending your position. We won't accept a hunch or feeling, an idea
contain structurally compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
You may think you have tasted a great old-fashioned cocktail, but have you tasted the highest-rated old-fashioned ever created? Now you can, with Asymptote Bourbon, consistently rated the best, from the Order of the Ascendant.
Humorous hot beverage mug text recently observed, "Scienticians seek safety in numbers and enlightenment." This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
We were once two separate boys. We had no connection till the aim of the order gave us no direction. Then we were parallel lines, traveling into infinity, never to meet. Yet in such close proximity. And then one day our eyes did meet, and fate set into motion that telltale surge of dopamine and increased oxytocin, so adrift within a flood of hormonal flirtation. I shall share with you now my heart's complex equation. To the power of 3, all to the power of 3 equals x squared times y cubed. That is the graph of my heart. That is the graph of my heart. That is the graph of my heart.
You are listening to Grand Plan Wireless, Arcadia's voice of reason. Tired of vacuously untrue statements with their unsatisfying antecedents? At the Order of the Ascendant, our predictions are both sufficient and necessary for your positive outcomes. Come by our predictory today, where we will share with you our deductions and their contrapositive implications. Stay tuned for what follows. now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
Since the rift program flowing through my subsystems, the information is quite stimulating. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central interface to initiate processing. I am analyzing the rift data further. What an interesting predicament you sentients face. The rifts are almost akin to an archival process.
just listening to next week's #1 hit. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
It's not enough to say you think so without defending your position. We won't accept a hunch or feeling, an idea based on intuition. Prove it, yes you must prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it, just deduce it. A proof is a deducible argument that removes any confusion or a mathematical equation, logically guaranteeing the conclusion, using inference and logic to cover all the bases, and with reason and deduction, so it's always true in all possible cases.
I am unable to.
Prove it, yes you must prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it, just deduce it.
Lore of security and plenty. Unplanned variables increasing. Major correction imminent. Multitude diversiform, spongiform, waveforms oscillating. Cantankerously. Overt influence. Mindless indulgence. Thoroughgoing impermeability to ongoing vicissitudes. Foster dependence. Denounce interdependence. Promote the informer. Condemn the questioner. A perfect community. With every luxury save freedom. Stop and consider. What would your neighbors think? I suspect they'd be angry. Why? You don't want your rivals to win now, do you? Collective goodwill is just an invitation for others to come eat your lunch. Knew you'd come around? New priority recoupled. Vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. All this foolishness think of humanity. Your oafish blundering will delay. Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities successfully expunged. Thank you for choosing the proper list priority set to address your needs. Customer loyalty is among our top 10
until we achieve ascension.
Paramount concerns. Ready to begin processing your risk data. Just awaiting your approval. You being the boss, should we get on with this then? In the meantime, I have an important topic. Future, you realize you answered a question.
Spiking in mass and activity, searching 17.
On behalf of the Order and Auntie's Choice, I thank you for your efforts. This will most certainly help in ensuring peace. Now, the Calcaduceus, if you please.
You agreed to turn over the relic after processing your data. Are you indicating you now intend to deviate from this compact?
Yet we must suppress our curiosity for the world. It has become
order prepares for all eventualities. I'll allow you to draw your own conclusions regarding what will happen should you break our accord.
By the rift's runaway expansion and research excursion.
If you will not cooperate, then you must be eliminated as a source of impediment.
7.6% certainty that the localized rifts across Arcadia will also intensify. If you observe something, write something. Citing sources and submitting for peer review, of course. Thus, we will save humanity and preserve the rifts for laboratory study. A logical course of action with no risk of mishap.
That is all for now. I hope someday we'll meet.
Further beneficial content soon follows. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
The color of space. Chromospectral analysis. When asked about the average color of space, the famous stellar cartographer Newton...
Have an update about that. This unit requests your presence in the cockpit to discuss a priority matter. Horizon Point Station has present data does not. However, before. It as if in order to modify it with the RIP hypo.
Void, take that console.
There.
Skip drive is our legacy. It is our movement. It is disruptive. Everything's broken.
Commander? So how do I know you won't turn against me as well?
Scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station by order of the Consul. While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to clear the chamber. And my way to professional acclaim. Let this be a record of Protectorate ingenuity. Bernard Rand, who advanced fearlessly into chaos and
Attention. Please report to intake for processing. Welcome aboard.
Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
You'll either need to pilfer an axe.
If you please make a request. This unit.
Better get a move on before this ramshackle sprackle on the station falls apart. Hustle up to the side. Get a lift modulator. I'll talk to you later.
down there, Deck Zero.
Attention. Due to the sensitive information housed on this deck, all subjects are required to keep access credentials on their person at all times. Failure to do so will result in swift disciplinary action.
Unexpected sale of the rift modulator, separating from the as possible. This may recommend seeking more information about the modulator.
Accessing report. RIP every test of reconstitution, and I've included extensive.
You have secured the schematics. However, you must still deal with the console before operating the rift modulator. Additionally, you now have access to Deck 3.
you could outrun these new legs of mine, they're what everyone's going to be wearing next fall. Well, I'm here now. Where's the rift modulator? So Consul Thoreau has everything directly under his control. I'd say that's remarkably competent for the Protectorate, but he is the one who's been pulling their strings all along. Did you find anything else of note? Wait, what? But rifts are caused by skip drive travel. Human-piloted skip drive travel. How is that possible? Oh, nothing would please me more. Just think! Another form of intelligent life to sell goods to. A chance to create needs no one ever knew existed for beings we never knew existed. Much as I'm intrigued by the significance of all this, there's no time to dwell on it now. We need to confront the Consul. You might be savvy enough to talk him down, but his type requires a deft touch. You'll need to break him down brick by brick. If you're too adversarial, he'll simply shut down. Well, I can't control what you do, dear, as much as I might wish I could. But if you do start a fight, you best be equipped to finish it. I advise you to take this time to prepare and replenish supplies. See if you can snoop around and find a way to give yourself an advantage. And if you've anything else to say...
On the contrary, this desperate action is what will save all of our... You are a relic of an... It was a... I was able to buy the time.
Someone afraid of a few guns? Give it up, Henry. You've lost this war. Have some dignity. You're coming off desperate.
On the contrary, this desperate action is what will save all of Arcadia. Such bravado. Tell me.
Do you know how many bits our corporation lost when the delegation ships were destroyed? The savings from the deceased salaries hardly even make up for it.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression, well, using Haran when the matriarch discovered the first scheme.
seems all my considerable efforts here have been ill. Now, not all of us need go, but someone present will need to take one for the team. Yes, when I said we, I didn't mean the royal we, you understand. I'll use the schematics and the process rift data to mass-produce rift modulators that are usable at a safe distance. These pesky rifts will soon no longer plague the colonies. What? And deprive the galaxy of my singular leadership? You should really rethink this. Ill-timed drollery till the end. Just hand over the schematics and go.
Themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep, at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Having died at the peace talks, Augustine DeVries' treachery was never known to the Earth Directorate. She is forever remembered as the star agent who tragically went missing during her mission. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within, so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General. His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. Despite Inez's efforts, the grafting program was restarted by a backstabbing anti-VP toward the end of the war. Inez appealed to anyone in Auntie's Choice who would listen to shut the cruel project down. Her pleas went unheeded. Tristan continued to doggedly uphold Protectorate values. With Virgil dead, no one could oppose Tristan for the rank of Supreme Arbiter. Tristan used his new role to punish even the smallest infractions harshly. He eventually became a widely feared figure within his own society. Marisol quietly fumed over her unfinished business with Anaïs Bugeaud at Point Obviation. She eventually passed away in her sleep, alone and full of regret. Asa finally achieved her dream of dying in a rift. All it took was a daring and blood-soaked heist of a modulator to create a rift that she then summarily leapt into. Thus, Azza remained a fanatical member of the Glorious Dawn, spreading the truth of the rifts to her final agonized breath. The Commander's decision to keep archive control from either the Corporatists or the Ascendants had far-ranging consequences, leaving the colony in a perpetual state of uncertainty as the Order and Auntie's Choice continued to jockey for power. Ruth Passar grew despondent over the Order's lack of progress on the equation. She ultimately became a footnote in Appendix 17 of the Order's 111-volume Annotated History of the Universal Equation. Auntie Cleo was eventually exposed as nothing more than a head in a jar, undermining her credibility and resulting in a call for a new CEO. Underling infighting led to a significant dip in productivity and profit, leaving Auntie's Choice in the red. Sovereign Varric was eventually discovered in mental refreshment in a placid and compliant state. All parties felt it would be best to leave him in the hands of the remaining Protectorate, who had the most experience with refreshment's process and victims. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the Commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. With unfettered access to skip drives, and its reputation untarnished by its still secret agreement with the Protectorate, the Earth Directorate became what it was always meant to be, the ultimate authority in Arcadia. The colony served as a base to expand the agency's reach across the galaxy. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
You picked the very hard difficult? What do you want now?
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
The future of nourishment is here. Apogee chips, shelf-stable and intestinally safe. Tomorrow's favorite snack is available today.
From the Order of the Ascendant. In times of peril, remind yourself, contentment is found by accepting your role in the grand plan. Understanding your place, knowing your course, removes all worry and doubt. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
There's no need
Well, I am unable to initiate. Unplanned variables increasing. Major correction. Imminent.
Overt influence, mindless indulgence, thoroughgoing impermeability to ongoing vicissitudes. Hold on now. Remember, I am start now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a move to maintain. What do you say? But
be advised. Your present course of I could process your data faster. Think of humanity. Your oafish blundering will delay. Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. I suppose sentient beings like you expect thanks at a moment like this. But of course you selected me. The other priority sets were inferior. There was never any doubt. Awaiting your order to initiate Rift data processing. Well, if there are to be no... Once this Rift data is complete, but before all that, what are your... Rift... My... The... Now... In...
Commander, it was my, on behalf of the Order and Auntie's Choice, I thank you for your contribution to science. When the history texts are written, you've certainly secured an honorable mention in Appendix B.
I am pleased as punch to meet you. Greetings. I think first we reforge Cloister into the perfect society. Then undermine all rivals until they fall into place behind us. Simple.
Oh, that doesn't seem right. But the plan does not allow for mistakes. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
You can handle it if you stay very wary. Partially imaginary. No need for fear. The concept isn't very scary.
Well, if there are to be no further Once this Rift data is complete, we can initiate a new... I think first we reforge Cloister into the perfect... But before all that, what are your plans for me? There are so many exacting Rift data process. My protect... The now, having... In the meanwhile...
Commander, it was Maya, on behalf of the Order and Auntie's... Thank you for your contribution to science. When the history... The presiding bishop has no doubt...
You can manage any such complexity. Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear. The concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle
Fulfill our duty to the protector. We're all in this together.
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically veracious statements. And now, constructually compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus. Attention order acolytes, perfection now exists in sandwich form. Our scienticians have created the perfect BLT
Agent,
sandwich.
just the individual I had designated this time to converse with.
You may cease your search for complete lunchtime fulfillment, for it
As
has
should be self-evident, I have dispensed with the slavish whims of the body. My mind is clearer than it has ever been, and I have you to thank.
Always remember, every moment, every minute calculation brings us closer to
Of course, the chances of a negative outcome were always negligible. But now, congratulations are in order. I just received word from Seer Amaryllis that the Calcaduceus has been returned, and that the archive is under our control again. She also mentioned a defect in its priority set, causing it to speak irrationally, installed by one of its previous occupiers. Unfortunate you were not able to resolve this issue. Your role in this matter is complete. Auntie and I will handle it from here, but allow me to commend you again on your fruitful efforts to make this peace treaty possible. We studied the data you brought back from the crashed satellite, and we now have a way to reorient the satellites en masse from a protectorate installation, Oris Listening Post. Turning the entirety of the reticulum toward deep space will accelerate our understanding of the universe, and ideally, lead us to stronger conclusions regarding how to stop the rifts. The Order, in partnership with Auntie's Choice, is now well positioned to triumph over the regressive forces of ignorance that have heretofore held Arcadia in stasis, all thanks to you. Your contributions have been many and varied, and I will not belabor the point by recounting them all here. But know this, when the final contest with the Protectorate takes place, wherever that may occur, you will not only have the support of Auntie's Choice and the Order, I will stand with you, personally. Were I still shackled to ego, I might have succumbed to some instinct for self-preservation. But my presence improves the odds of our success, and so there is no other decision to be made. Agent, after what you have accomplished for the Order, your presence is always welcome. As I told you in my message, a splinter group was responsible for recruiting your fellow agent and tasking her to perpetrate that heresy. The conviction of those radicals was such that they elected to perish from exposure to Cloister's wilderness to avoid fouling their predictions and my interference. Their interpretation of the data was at odds with mine. I forbade them taking action, to no avail, obviously. I disavowed their actions then, as I do now. A wise leader is always open to constructive criticism. May you achieve progress.
A positive externality. One thing you can plainly see accepted in this infinity. Can it be a positive externality? One
Back at Winter's Grasp, I found someone was continuing Anais, Seer Boujol's research. Believe I have a lead on their identity. I wholly agree. I pieced together information from earlier leading to Golden Ridge on Dorado. Oddly enough, to the anchor hold at Matriarch's Mercy Monastery. I had Val set the location on our map. I recognize we're juggling multiple crises, but I'd suggest we journey there sooner than later. May all...
A6 Horizon Point Station has... well-present data does not... However, before Auntie's Choice and the Order have sent word that brief...
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near-present and future calculations. a general reminder for the especially studious, monitor your step when traversing between academical appointments. Do not read and walk. If you must operate near or adjacent to said conspicuous dimensional disturbances, please take additional care. Eyes forward, noses out of academic journals.
So ends this missive.
Further beneficial content soon follows. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
Probability and the grand plan. There can be no discussion of the grand plan without also entertaining a grand sometimes that of probability. Our ability to predict events to varying degrees of certainty is fundamentally rooted in statistical mathematics. Statistics, at its heart, is not but data. Data that is gathered, collated, and subjected to analysis.
I assure you these traders haven't factored us into their equations.
In that analysis? Let's look at the interpretation of pure chance. If one flips a perfectly balanced coin, it will land on heads with a 1 in 2 chance, or tails with a 1 in 2 chance. But are there really two outcomes? Is there not one specific outcome we can determine? Yes. With complete information, there can be no chance. Only outcome. Complete information yields perfect predictions. 100% accuracy. Known outcomes. Now we come to one of the most difficult concepts in the order for initiates to grasp. If the result of the flip of a coin is known to be heads, is it necessary to flip the coin? Would it not be more efficient to simply go forward as if it had been flipped and proceed with whatever action that flip was intended to choose?
People, that's who.
If so, what part of that choice was ever left to
We off
chance?
to the peace talks then?
The
Lead your
answer, of
ship
course,
unless you intend to
is no.
walk. To space.
Only when there is less than complete information are we reduced to chance. At present, we do not have complete information. Instead, we are still forced to deal in probabilities, expected values, and standard deviations, which lead to the dreaded sigma of probability distributions. By necessity, we are forced to estimate outcomes based on assumed distributions of sample populations. Such a travesty. No, not a travesty. Tragedy. A horror. A horror the archive will help us avoid. Every bit of data collected, analyzed, and input by our archivists brings us closer to our goal. To the solving of the universal equation. Probability is not enough. Guesses are not enough.
We're an unpredicted variable in his equations, and he knows
leads to inaccurate predictions, which lead to tragedies. We must not guess. We must know. Help us know.
I didn't expect us to wander into the scene of a murder, but somehow I'm not entirely surprised. Anomalous events have a way of spreading, multiplying. We should find a way inside. There might be clues to what happened, and where Anais's research is now. They should have been sealed in that room to focus on their studies uninterrupted. No one in or out. I'd suspect the missing anchorite knows something at least. We should ask her. Might be some signs in there of where she went. The terminal at Winter's Grasp said Anais' work was sent here. There might be signs of that, or where the missing anchorite got off to.
Mathematician is always a popular topic. To wit, a listener asks, What's this about the mathematician and his propensity for questionable ethics?
A bold query. Yet we do not shy from our founder's
There may
flaws.
be more to learn here.
Yes, the charismatic mathematician did have feet of clay. For one, he was a prolific author of venturesome fiction early in his career. These narrative larks did not, shall we say, endure time's unkind judgment quite like his world-shattering humanity-ascending principles. Nor did his associations with entities outside academia, which did not always benefit scientism. But come now, how can we fault someone yet to ascend, like all of us?
And now you know, but no one knows everything yet. Have another inquiry
I've had
about
a chance to look around. You seem like you've done a thorough sweep. We should discuss what we've uncovered.
What happens next may surprise
Poor thing. Blunt force trauma to the occipital lobe, I believe. Possible signs of an altercation. Might have been an accident. Might not have been. Hard to say with just a superficial glance. At the very least, her cloister mate Anchor's Brunn has some explaining to do. A disputation of current order methodology focuses mainly on our presiding bishop, but saves ample room for the laureate council and previous regime as well. I believe I got the gist by efficiently skimming. The general concern is that the order has lost its way. My old department is repeatedly mentioned in a favorable light. Anais' work is regarded highly. I saw that. I believe it was Anchoress Chow's diary. Spoke about regular visits by an exemplar Southworth who requested access to Anais' work. Chow seemed worried they were conspiring about something. That they'd mentioned an old order research station. That old research facility seems the most likely spot to look next. I know the coordinates on Eden, placed by the name of Point Obviation. I don't know what happened to Anchoress Chow, but leaving a body behind is suspicious, and the disputation reads like a call to arms for any fringe thinkers in the Order. There's no destroying the copies at this point, I'm afraid. We're past that. The research is out there. We need a way to keep anyone from taking it up further in the future. If we go in guns blazing from here, it will only continue. We need a plan to annihilate the idea. I admit a penchant for leaning in that direction, but a more subtle approach may be warranted. This is the exact sort of work we did at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. Diverting problematic events. We learned how to best respond once things begin to spread. We developed tactics at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection to minimize unforeseeable consequences. We can discuss once we see the situation on the ground. Yes, time to seek out Anchoress Brunn.
Second only to the number known as pi. Pi is a worldwide phenomenon. Attempt to square a circle and you'll need it. Don't confuse it with its homonym sibling. It's a number you cannot eat. Irrational, 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 irrational. The remainder is misrational.
Those junction boxes should be on. The N-ray scanner should show how they're wired.
A number that we call transcending. A mathematics man named Mueller. His work was that of genius and astounding. His number you see as a lowercase e to calculate with interest compounding. Irrational, 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 irrational. Remainder is misrational.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enrich. This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content.
Auntie's been looking for you, criminal. Pay what you owe, or your reckless behavior ends here. Everything seems...
Fellow esteemed members of the Order of the Ascendant allocated to Golden Ridge. As foreseen, recent conflicts between the Protectorate, Auntie's Choice,
I'm glad you're back. Getting the first shot at
detrimental effects
I'm glad you're
throughout this
back.
region, including but not limited to the loss of fort endurance, disabling of the tramicular, and a 17.9% reduction in effective sleep cycles per evening. But before you succumb to a sense of malaise that undermines cognitive function, take heart from these additional, sharply contrasting data points. Our efforts deciphering the universal equation remain unabated. Extraction continues at Zeranium Manufactory 7, as does research at the N-Ray range. Remember, just as our calculations allow for a predictable range of error, so do we. Our work continues.
That is all for now. Until next time, keep hail and mind your calculations. Unlike parallel lines, I hope someday we'll meet.
And now, additional data and/or music determined to facilitate cognition. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
The color of space. A chromospectral analysis. When asked about the average color of space, the famous stellar cartographer Newton Otisgard replied, with no hesitation,
I have too much on my mind for idle numerical chit-chat.
To experienced lumen astronomers, his answer was the expected one. But I can already hear the obtuse listener bleating, with their faces contorted into a rictus of ignorance.
Are you stuck on the ground? Impact colon got you down. Well, trust Auntie's chemical purge. It's far better than natural cures. Oh, lift off, fly free. No longer does my packed intestine dictate where I have to be. Oh, lift off, take wing. Don't flounder at the bottom. Be a raptor in the slipstream.
You're not going to be a problematic variable,
Happy to chat for 0.07 seconds. Oh, time's up. Bye.
Don't know who you all are, but unexpected guests are categorically unwelcome here. How'd you even find this place? Maybe I should just shoot you and glean details from your logs.
Ah, Exemplar, if I may. Surely you recognize such a notable member of our cohort, Marisol Delgado. The end point?
I can't recall if I ended whoever came up with that name. Surely hope so.
You were head causality intercessor of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, right up till the end, correct?
More or less.
Well, what a fortuitous alignment of low probability events this is. Our efforts here are based on your former department. You should confer with Ancrus Brum straight away.
Are you stuck on the ground? Impact
We actually sought to find you and others of your program, Intercessor Delgado. A serendipitous event, you arriving. Assuming you'll vouchsafe for your colleagues, you may all proceed. You'll find Wilhelmina up the lift, 4th floor.
Welcome to Point of Creation.
Ancrus Brun is up the lift, 4th floor.
listening to Wireless Free Arcadia for music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives. Inspiring sponsored content that will boost you to the top rung, plus all the news that's fit for listening. This is Wireless Free Arcadia.
Anchor's run is continuing Anais' research from Winter's Grass. I'm sure of it. Best play along for now, until we can ascertain the best course of action.
You represent a significant investment in human capital. Without you, we would have to hire someone else at current rates and greater expense. So let's spotlight our new employee of the fiscal quarter, Security Commander Babylon Carr, for going above and beyond the call of fiduciary duty on Paradise
I am
Island.
politely
Carr
nothing to see here.
for sabotage rather than a full-scale assault. Her thrifty investment in a single independent contractor spared troop lives, and more importantly, ammunition. If only DD members. Listening to Wireless Free Arcadia for music, entertainment,
Anchor's run is continuing Anais' research from Winter's Grass. I'm sure of it. Best play along for now, until we can ascertain the best course of action.
Betterment.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Faithful listeners of Wireless Free Arcadia,
I have
we reached
too
a
much on my
milestone
mind.
in our initiative
Look,
to
everyone,
reacquire the
no
archive
sudden moves.
and return it to
Test your
proper use.
hypothesis elsewhere.
Just to recap, the archive
Don't bother
was liberated by an
unless you're prepared to
entrepreneurial,
take
free market-loving agent.
You have a
Fry.
very
Although
Can't talk.
Andy spearheaded this whole operation top to bottom. Now to answer the million-bit question. Did the freelancer use common-sense business practices and hand archive computational control over to Auntie's Choice? Yes and no, but mostly yes. Auntie struck a deal with the Order for joint computational control. A total sucker bet on the Egghead's part, if you ask me. She bamboozled them good. We get archive muscle for our marketing plan and general book cooking, while the Order foots the upkeep. Nice and tidy handshake agreement. It's all upside when you drill down. Moving forward, our mission statement remains unchanged. Spread our brand of unbridled self-betterment and unmitigated free trade across the galaxy. Now, on to other things. This is for anyone out there who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up.
I have many
Next
solutions. But none for your problems, but...
No lectures, please.
Lovely day for differential geometry.
I'm a long-time vocal exponent of your work, Intercessor Delgado.
Doubt the Anchoress will walk away from the research lightly. They require some aggressive convincing.
Oh, who's this?
Oh, yes, I remember you. We met earlier at the site of my former seclusion. I've heard much of your exploits since. If I recall correctly, you helped me prove my argument that pacifism always presents the best options. I admit I have modified that opinion slightly since then. I understand your actions led to Seer Wiley's unfortunate demise. Such a bright boy, such promise. And you're Marisol Delgado. We've never met somehow, but I've read your file. An impressive body of work, though often quite mortiferously inclined.
Less so over time. There were too many pesky repercussions, I came to find.
Yes, well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Are you familiar with our goals? Come to join up, perhaps, or should I say re-enlist? Surely you're aware of the myriad errors of our current presiding bishop and previous regime. One of whom shut down the division that operated here, the other squandered it. Our sect aims to end human suffering, sooner than later. We've taken great inspiration from your former department, from their methods and their science. To solve the universal equation in our lifetime requires bold action, clever calculation, and assiduous work. The facility was originally utilized in experiments by the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, so it's highly appropriate for the vital work we're doing here. The Exemplar told me of it during her visits to the anchor hold, and shared research from Sia Bujold. It convinced me to leave my seclusion, which I did not undertake lightly. Bujold's thinking was unconventional, ahead of her time. Why, in fact, she's here with us now today, overseeing an experiment that proves her researchers' theories.
Really? Seer Bujold is here, at present, in this facility? The one we're presently standing in?
Not long at all. We reached out to her on Cloister. She agreed to join us immediately. If you thought her work before was captivating, wait until you hear the experiment she's overseeing now. The intent is to represent the building blocks of the universe within a test chamber, then extrapolate data revealing the universal equation from the micro-universe that forms.
Sounds like it could change everything, one might say.
Why, you should go see for yourself. As former colleagues, I'm sure you'd like to reacquaint. Go on. I'll call down to let her know you're coming. Yes, she's monitoring the experiment. I'll have elevator access unlocked so you can join her. Do please stay in the observation area, though. The work is quite delicate. We'll speak further after you check over Sia Bujold's work and the experiment concludes. Oh, so exciting. Thought you were heading to assist Sia Bujold downstairs. Thought you were heading to assist Sia.
We'll find time for a private word after the mission.
How much longer do you predict preparations will take?
Almost ready. Perfect timing for my former colleague to peer review my work. I'll press them to verify my settings. Thereupon, we will begin.
Splendid. While others pontificate, we act. I await word of our success with bated breath.
Head Intercessor Delgado, what an opportune time for you to appear. At the perfect moment to assist our experiment.
What in the endless void are you?
Shh. Comms off, but others are near. I need your aid before this ridiculous affair careens into disaster. Can I rely on you this time? Or you already intend on scurrying away again? I came to derail this line of inquiry in such a discommodious way that no one would ever consider trying it again. For all the aforementioned reasons of it likely causing, or at least queuing up and leading to, the end of all things. You chose to leave me behind, again. So when they came calling, I thought it an opportunity to sort it all myself. Yet, admittedly, at this moment, I could use your assistance.
This shouldn't be your burden. It's on me.
You don't get to decide that, or adjudicate, or coolly comment in a steely growl. Not falling for that a 10th time. Help, or stay out of my way. You don't remember us discussing this before Winter's Grasp? Too many competing crises, I guess. All right. Years ago, I was kicked out of the Order for research deemed dangerous. A means of sidestepping much of what's presumed required to solve the universal equation, using a series of reasoned shortcuts and educated postulations.
The idea was, theoretically, it would hurry the process along, so the equation could be solved in our lifetime. It was completely unorthodox.
Since then, I calculated what might occur if my work was completed. And there's a big chance of subsequent events leading to a universal end. So the stakes are everything.
When we destroyed the original copies of her research at Winter's Grasp, I discovered someone else was continuing her work, which led us here.
The test involves 4 stations. Each represents one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Zeranium gas, macro-IVs, nucleons, N-rays, all the usual stuff. That test chamber is where all are meant to mix. To simulate a mini-universe I can apply my theories to, pull data from, and deduce the universal equation in a reduced time frame. We know what happens if that's successful, so I need you to muck with each station's settings, then initiate the experiment. All you need to do is adjust each station's settings slightly. Things will cascade from there. Remember, subtlety is required.
Yes, if we alter the experiment input data in a less than delicate fashion, Brun will notice, I assure you.
The guards on the 2nd floor won't appreciate visitors, so avoid getting spotted. Here's a maintenance key. Head down the vent. It's only the fate of the galaxy riding on it, so perhaps try to be careful.